Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Salmon17 or 117, whatever you want me to be called. And today we're gonna talk about cartoons. Now, this is a much different topic because I wanted to do a more positive video again because right now everything is just negative. Coronavirus, Marvel and DC are just killing themselves in the comic book industry, which means there will be no Marvel movies or TV shows, whatever, because without these comics there will not be these shows, but we shall see. Whereas Hollywood is going bankrupt, Disney is going bankrupt, whatever, because of the wokeness and political agenda, whatever. But today I wanted to talk about a topic that some people might get shocked at, because when I was a kid, I loved watching cartoons, from Tom and Jerry all the way to the Avatar: The Last Airbender, even to Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, all great shows. But there were a few shows that I missed out on as a kid, and mostly because I live in a country called Latvia. If you don't know what that country is, Google it. But in Latvia, they barely aired any action-oriented shows, especially from 90s, and some animated shows, whatever. When I was watching Cartoon Network, I also never watched Toonami, so we're gonna exclude that. But I'm gonna mention some shows that I wasn't able to watch as a kid, but I was able to watch now. And anyways, let's get down to business. Starting with HannaBarbera, the classic, the original classic cartoons that people created, such as Tom and Jerry, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Top Cat, Wacky Racers, etc. All great animated shows were from that time, because Cartoon Network back in the day actually aired some of these shows, probably late at night or something. I don't remember specifically, but every time the Cartoon Network ended, they always also showed some older cartoons such as Top Cat, Wacky Racers, and even the original Scooby-Doo, also made by Hanna-Barbera. You know, the classic Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? But there was one Hanna-Barbera cartoon I was not able to see and a lot of people like. And that was one of the very first Hanna-Barbera projects that started as an action cartoon, and you know what I'm talking about. Swat Cats. Now, people might be shocked that I never watched SWAT Cats, but let me explain. Remember when I did the Batman Beyond review a few years ago? I once mentioned that my country never aired Batman the Animated Series, yet they aired Batman Beyond for some reason. And that is, I feel like a lot of 90s action cartoons, when people look at them, especially in my country, thought that they were too violent or too adult or whatever, so they thought, yeah, let's not air these shows at all in this place. So SWAT Cats did not air in my country, which is kind of weird because I grew up watching like the classic Ninja Turtles. I even watched Street Sharks, Biker Mice from Mars, many different like how do I pronounce that? Anthropomorphic animals. Basically, animals crossed with humans, that kind of deal. Even Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, etc. But SWAT Cats is a show that I never watched until years later. I actually kind of like did some things, and then now I can watch it on my PS3, but with the VHS quality. I am probably thinking to buy the DVD collection for SWAT Cats, but I'm not sure if the DVD is gonna work because I don't have a multi-regional DVD player, and And also I checked out that Swat Cats is also a Warner Brothers property, and most of my Warner Brothers shows, you know, from Warner Brothers, you know, Warner Brothers Entertainment and stuff like that, like Animaniacs, Batman, the animated series, Teen Titans, etc. A lot of these shows actually do work for me. Although some of the recent projects, like I will be right back.
A few moments later.
Like, hello, I'm back again. So basically, I picked up, I bought some DVDs of Courage the Cowardly Dog Season 1 and Ed and Eddie Season 2. And if you guys can look closely in the package, both of these DVDs were published by Warner Brothers. Now, of course, these are US region DVDs, but I could not, you know, read them on my PS3 because of region locks. Yet, I also have the original Teen Titans show and Animaniacs, and also both of these shows were published by Warner Brothers, and these shows work for some reason. I don't know why, but sometimes the PS3 is kind of wonky at times. Like, sometimes you can read the US region DVD, sometimes you can't. Like, it really is complicated. I even have Invaders Zim that is region like 4 DVD collection, but that works fine. I don't know what kind of logic this my PS3 is going, but still, I don't know, should I buy SWAT Cats on DVD, should I not? But with the whole coronavirus, I should wait out, and maybe then, after the coronavirus is gonna be over, then I will buy SWAT Cats on DVD. But yeah, SWAT Cats is a show I never watched as a kid, which kind of sucks that I missed out on one of the greatest action cartoon series ever made, I guess, but I did grow up with other action-oriented series. But speaking of animated shows that I was not able to watch as well, Batman the Animated Series. Boy, does this suck balls! Like, for some reason they actually showed Tim Burton's Batman movies, like the Batman and Batman Returns, but they never show Batman the Animated Series because for some reason my country has like this huge hate towards 90s action cartoons. And despite the fact that I did watch a few episodes of Superman the Animated Series, because they kind of aired a few episodes of that, but I do not remember fully of it. But I grew up with most of the DC Animated Universe shows like Justice League, Batman Beyond, and Superman the Animated Series. Well, tiny bit, and but with Batman the Animated Series, the one that actually started the whole DC Animated Universe, I never watched since, which kind of sucks because Batman the Animated Series is one of the greatest animated shows ever being made, because it didn't treat its general audience like idiots, and the show was made both for kids and also for the adults as well. Sorry, I just ate. Again, I will probably take a few drinks or something to, you know, to clear my throat. But another DC animated show, DC Animated Universe show, I don't know if that counts, I never watched, was Static Shock. Static Shock is, for some reason in my country, they never showed a lot of animated shows that centered around black people. I don't know, it's kind of probably because of racial things or something like that, I do not know. And those are one of the shows I never watched, like never ever. I watched some clips on YouTube, but I never officially watched the show. One of my biggest problems with Static Shock is definitely the freaking stupid rap music they use a lot of times. Like, it really, especially in some cases when they make a really dramatic scene or something like that, they always put these kind of stupid like rap or hip hop type of sad music and stuff like that. I understand it's kind of like a style for the show, but at the same time, it doesn't really fit the whole superhero genre type of thing, because I grew up with shows like Spectacular Spider-Man, Teen Titans, and stuff like that, and they use songs that actually do fit the narrative of the show. Static Shock, for some reason, tried to be like hip and cool with the crowd or something like that by adding hip hop and rapping music in there. But Static Shock, I heard, is a pretty good show. It had even an episode about gun violence, which is kind of cool, and also the consequences of bullying, how badly it can affect people. And I really like these kinds of messages, because nowadays we don't barely get these messages. Some people say Steven Universe, but I feel like Steven Universe tries way too hard to be like, to shove in messages and stuff like that, but whatever. Another action-oriented series I never watched was Code Lyoko. I could hear gasps everywhere, and yes, I never watched Code Lyoko as a kid, and this is another show that never aired in my country for some reason. Like Code Lyoko, like I even asked in Cartoon Amino to a lot of people, should I watch Code Lyoko, should I not watch it? Because Code Lyoko is a show that a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia for, and for me it's like, I never heard of the show, and also I never actually watched it as a kid, and like I said, for some reason it never aired, and probably for obvious reasons, but Code Lyoko is, if I remember correctly, it's like a French or Canadian show that was really popular in America, but for some reason in Europe, I think they also aired it in Europe, but in some countries, in smaller countries, they barely aired anything, shows like this from Canada or something like that. Despite the fact that I also watched Totally Spies and The Witch series. Both are, one is a Canadian show and another is a French show. You can fill in the blanks yourselves, but I don't know, I'm not the smartest person around. The Code Lyoko, I heard some good things about it, but I have watched few episodes of it, but I don't know how to feel about the show, because I never had the biggest nostalgia for the show, because like I said, I never saw it as a kid, and which kind of sucks, but yeah, what can you do? Life sucks to some of us, well, more of us than others, like me, but whatever. Another show I never watched as a kid, oh boy, Proud Family. Like I said, for some reason, my country has this like a racism agenda thing for some reason back in the day, and Proud Family never aired in my country, and for some reason, and this is not an action-oriented show, it's more like a slice of life show, but I grew up with shows like Hey Arnold, Recess, those type of shows, but Proud Family never aired for some reason. And despite the fact that I didn't watch Lilo and Stitch series, I never actually saw an episode where Lilo and Stitch had a crossover with Proud Family. Like I watched the crossovers that had Lilo and Stitch that had with Recess, had with Jake Long the American Dragon, also Kim Possible, but never with Proud Family. Like I said, for some reason in my country, people back in the day had like this huge racist agenda or whatever, and that was long time ago. I don't think nowadays we have these kind of racial stereotype kind of things. Like nowadays, I feel like more and more people just accept everyone as they are, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get too much into detail about that. Another show I never watched as a kid. Another show. What other shows there were? I usually want to think about cartoon shows, because I don't want to include anime, because that will be like cheating, and that will mostly suck, because there's a lot. Because for me, anime, I did not grow up with anime a lot, like most people have, like Emirichu or Wolfichu or even Lost Paws, the creepy guy, but Okay, I'm sorry, but this guy does sometimes give me very uncomfortable vibes. Like, I don't know what this guy's deal is sometimes. Like, I know he does this for comedy's sake, but at the same time, you do pick up some uncomfortable vibes from that guy at times. But I will not get much into it because like I said, I don't have I don't have a huge hate for anime. I actually respect the genre for it. Like I said, I grew up with some Studio Ghibli films and some more child-friendly animes like Pokemon, Digimon, whatever, but I did not fully grow up with anime like most people have because for some reason, Toonami never aired in my country as well. I didn't even get the chance to watch 4Kids or even freaking Jetix as well because in my country we have a very low economical budget, and because of that I barely had any access to cable TV. So the only shows I was able to, the only animated shows I was able to watch were Western animated shows. But don't worry, I did watch some Western animated shows that were heavily inspired by anime, like Totally Spies, Megas XLR, Samurai Jack, Teen Titans, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, speaking of Avatar: The Last Airbender, I would not exactly say he was hugely grew up with the show, and that is because my older sister always made fun of me because of that, because she always made fun of the intro, how people move in various places using actual real martial arts moves or something like that, and she kind of made fun of me because I was in 7th grade and I still watched animated shows. Because in my country, people cared more about popularity, being cool, being like being like bullies or whatever, being like the top king or whatever, stuff like that. And because of that, I never had any friends or social conversations for 15 years mostly because in my country I am the black sheep of the entire place. Ah boy. So because people even bullied me because I liked Spider-Man as well. Even one time in Halloween, there was this Halloween concert or party or something like that at school, and I was dressed as Spider-Man, despite the fact that Spider-Man costume barely fit in me, but at the same time I really wanted to dress as Spider-Man because he was my favorite superhero. I could relate to him, but I did not, I'm getting off topic here, but I wanted to tell you guys about this because if I told anyone that I watched animated shows back in the day at school, I will not be here. I probably would commit suicide or something like that because of people treating me like complete garbage. Like because of that kind of experience, sometimes it's kind of hard for me to tell if there are still good people left in this world, and it's kind of really shitty when you think about it. But another show I never grew up watching was X-Men the Animated Series. Oh boy. I'm gonna piss off a lot of people, won't I? Basically, X-Men the Animated Series is really controversial. It's also as popular as Batman the Animated Series, but I never watched it. I grew up with Spider-Man the Animated Series, but X-Men the Animated Series, the only controversial thing I watched from it was the crossover with Spider-Man the Animated Series episode. Where Spider-Man was mutating into Man-Spider.
Holy Jesus! What is that? What the fuck is that?
And that episode gave me PTSD. Holy shit, guys. But X-Men the Animated Series, I kind of wish I watched it as a kid, but I never fully grew up with it. Another X-Men cartoon I never fully grew up with was XMen Evolution. Barely watched it on YouTube before the YouTube copyright strike thing happened, because remember there was a YouTube channel that showed all the episodes of X-Men Evolution, but I don't think that channel exists because YouTube sucks nowadays. And yeah, Another show I did not grow up with, like I said, Avatar: The Last Airbender. My older sister made fun of me when I watched that show, and for a long time I did not watch it. But then later on, we had the power of internet, and I watched the entire series online. And now I have the DVD collection for Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now I can watch the show anytime I want. But yeah. What else? I try to think what are anime shows I did not fully watch as a kid. God damn, my head is getting itchy. Fuck. I do apologize about that, but another anime show I did not grow up watching. Oh my god, because there are so many cartoons in this day and age, and I can't think of many. I will piss off a lot of people when I'm gonna say this. Hold on to your butts, because what I'm about to tell you is gonna shock you into oblivion. One of the Disney's shows I never watched as a kid, never fully finished the series. I grew up with shows back in the day, back when Toon Disney was a thing. I grew up with shows like DuckTales, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Tailspin, Gummy Bears. But I never grew up watching Darkwing Duck.
Okay, fine, I'm cool, I'm fine.
Oh my god, I hear the screams. Shock, terror, panic. Oh boy, I am gonna piss off a lot of people. I barely watched Darkwing Duck as a kid, and I don't know why, because that show is hilarious. It's very popular, and even in DuckTales reboot, they actually brought back the original voice actor for Darkwing Duck. When I brought the voice actor, I thought, considering how old Darkwing Duck is, I'm surprised some of the voice actors are still alive, especially the main voice actor for the original Darkwing's voice. And I barely watched the show. I barely watched Darkwing Duck, and my god, my stupid kid brain, why they did not, like, I don't know if they aired Darkwing Duck or not, but seriously, why did I not watch it? Stupid kid me, I'm gonna slap you across the face. Oh my god. And speaking of Disney, another show I did not grow up with, Disney's Gargoyles. Yep. Prepare your torches, pitchforks against me, because I never watched Disney's Gargoyles. It never aired in my country, like Proud Family never aired, because, you know, because like I said, my country has this, like, a hatred towards, you know, like, they hate, for some reason, they had a hatred towards 90s action cartoons, the more edgy ones, and shows that, you know, showcase black people. Yes! Showcase black people as the main characters, I mean. Oh boy. But seriously, what the hell? Gargoyles, I never watched a single episode, and I really feel ashamed for not watching it. Like I said, there's so many shows I missed out on as a kid, and I feel terribly sorry about that, because I hate myself when I was not able to watch some of these awesomer shows like Code Lyoko or SWAT Cats or even Darkwing Duck. I do apologize for that, but yeah, can't do anything nowadays, but I can watch it online, I guess, but I always prefer physical copies over digital ones or streaming services, so you can call me on Old Farty if you want, but I seriously need an actual shelf to actually put this shit in my room, but I barely have any space for a shelf or whatever. So yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a long video, but hope you guys don't hate me for missing out on shows like this. I do apologize, I never watched these shows as a kid, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and share this video with others, and and subscribe if you guys really want to. I would really appreciate it as well. But yeah, this is Salmon17 signing off.